Alright, this is the beginning of the stream. Piece of the VOD, so thanks for watching the VOD if you are watching the VOD. If you are up above me, thanks for watching it live. This is the scary hedge maze of doom. Well, not necessarily doom of blood, but you know. Here is the area we will probably visit last. Whoa! Probably should not have done that, but regardless. Seriously? How am I? This is so pathetic. I wanted to give this magnificent, wonderful tour, but apparently it's not gonna happen. I wanted to say... He will get up, won't he? No, he won't. This, I probably shouldn't keep my back turned too long. This is the area we will visit last. There's an enormous wooden door. Wooden? Or is it metal? I can't really tell from this far. An enormous, sturdy door. A double door on the other side of both of these metal fences.
I need a key.
But it requires the moon key. The sort of key I usually acquire at the very, very end. There are a few lanterns here that provide a bit of lighting. The music is foreboding as always. And it wouldn't be a hedge maze without the maze aspect. Whoa, 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 whoa! I just wanted to calmly stroll across the area I have already previously seen. I haven't even entered anything new. Nothing was supposed to pop up at me, but then again, that's the game. So to the left is the exit. And oh, the map doesn't really work because it's a maze. What a surprise. Oh, and the scenario, the mission is called Episode 2, Mission 3, Rest for the Wicked. So keep track of this with me. To the left, let's take this as the initial point and use orthogonal directions here. So to the left is the exit door that requires the moon key. To the right are two pathways. The lower pathway and, well, now I can call them the left pathway and the right pathway because I need to turn to face them. So let's treat it like this. The right pathway from the right pathway leads to absolutely nowhere, but you can access an area on top of there if you have the jump boots. Now this only leads you to a few shotgun shells. So this is already the right pathway cleared out. The only thing left is the left pathway. Yeah, it's quite clever, isn't it? It's not the most original thing you could come up with, but it is quite nice. The fact that even though you have scripted events, these scripts don't fire up only when you cross a certain threshold. But if you linger too long, if you pass a long enough time in a given area while stationary, whatever the hell you do, the zombies will eventually pop up and try and kill you. Which can be quite surprising. Because I'm used to positional triggers, I'm used to the idea that if I cross this invisible line in sand, or in this case in the snow, something will come out at me. But temporal triggers... Well, I guess this isn't the most original of ideas, but it still is a nice touch. Of course, I'm used to temporal triggers in other contexts, but usually temporal triggers don't apply to such minuscule things. Oh yeah, come over here, cultist. So this is the right pathway's left pathway, left pathway. RLO. Yeah, that's gonna be L for me to pronounce. Considering that I have a slight tendency to have my R's and L's mixed up. Where'd he go? Either way. Yes, so right pathway, left pathway, left pathway, right pathway. And there's a zombie over there guarding the alternative exit. Which leads to the same place, but from a different side. Once again, you need the moon key. And there's some sort of an emblem on top over here. Hold on, I'll down my antihistamines. It's just, my allergies are killing me. I hate taking breaks in the middle of the stream because I then have to go through every bit of footage meticulously and cut out each and every one of them. It's not pleasant. It also makes me go through every bit of footage before I post the entirety of the VOD. Even though I usually do highlights anyway, so I have to go through them. Yeah, let me reorient myself. This is the alternate exit. Here's something you can jump on top of. And this leads to the further areas in the level. I'm not quite sure what to call them. There's this wooden hut, and there's this frozen lake over there. It's the place I have died at previously. The cultist went to the right, I believe. And I am very careful to say it that way, because otherwise I would have to say that the cultist is right. Like the cultist is to the right. Yep. You need the jump routes to access this area. Because you can see that there are some shotgun shells over there. I've lost a bit of health, which does not please me at all. But I have a doctor's bag. It's not quite full. But
I need a key.
And I could have refilled it last time. I still remember that I could have refilled it and I didn't. But it's a minor gripe. It's 19 points of health I will not be able to restore because of that simple mistake I have made back in the day. Will you get up? No? Okay. So this is the end of this path. So we have to go all the way back. And we could go here, but this path leads absolutely nowhere. And this leads to the pathway, which leads to the area you unlock with the skull key. The pathway back here leads to the area with the moon key, so you have to go back. And from the left path of the right paths, you have to pick this path and go straight ahead instead of turning left. So we enter a new area, get some armor. Come on, cultist, I know you're there. Waiting. Let's do an ammo check really quickly. I have the pitchfork, 18 shots in the flare gun, 22 shots out of the shotgun, 39 on the Tommy gun, quite a few sticks of dynamite. I can set people on fire with my flamethrower. And then there's the voodoo doll. And of course, my explosives in the ultimate options. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I would have to bounce the dynamite off this wall in front of me and it would have to land... this is risky. But what the hell. Nope, didn't work. Now it did. Well fit. Why is he tapping his foot before he died? Will he come down here? Will he or won't? Nah, he'll probably stay though. Right, that's an accurate assessment. He did have two hands. He also had an eye. At least one. There's a gargoyle though. How would I get to that cultist without getting shot? Do I just storm the area? Do I dodge while running sideways and try to shoot him with the float gun? It's not gonna hit, it's gonna hit the air. I think I have to charge in though. What? He's gone? Well, you're right, I guess. How long could a cultist wait? For some heretic to approach. Goes as far as the plot of this game goes. Switches to the secret things. I am not merely an infidel. No, I am a heretic, as far as these people are concerned. I have been cast out of the sacred order. Well, I'm not sure sacred is the right way of putting it, but... I guess this is the way to go. It's not something to be extremely proud of. It's not flashy, not too stylish at all, but it works and it works properly. You just lure them to turn all the corners they possibly can and want and kill them off one by one as they cross narrow choke points, like the doorways. This is closed, yes, it's closed, and it requires the skull key. But this is a different door from the one I've seen before, isn't it? No, it's the same door, hold on. So if it's the same door, how did I miss? Oh, I didn't miss it! This pathway has just been opened! See, here's the deal. I know that there are some things to find, but I think before I backtrack, I probably should pick up the jump boots. And to pick up the jump boots, I need to proceed further. These from the very get-go, from the start, I need to go further. Hello. Hey. A cultist has spotted me, will turn the corner and die. I probably should open the door and... Now these people can take quite a bit of punishment. I think I should just set them on fire with 2 floors. That's as much as it takes to kill them anyway. Here are the jump boots. Why? Why? I just wanted to lock myself inside this tiny cabinet! Why is that instant death? How? It's just... Oh, what is it, an Iron Maiden? It's not! It's a tiny cabinet! For fuck's sake! Serves me right for being curious what would happen. I mean, admit it, that was not fair at all! How could I have known? The monkey doll, blah blah blah, blew his head off. Oh, blew this guy's head off as well. A normal Mr. Nice Guy. How did it... That's new. That's new. I haven't seen a gargoyle around these parts. I don't think. Alright, here's the monkey doll. Does this, does lost a lot of health, I don't care. Die, can't open this up quite yet. Come up to the left. Blew him up. Will you get up? Nah. Go all the way back. Proceed onwards. Get this. Kill him. I guess this shows that slow and steady does in fact win the race. I have lost so much health. I have probably saved a bit of ammo, but I've lost a lot of health in the process. I'm not sure it was worth it to do this. So what do you think? Is the slow approach better? Or should I just blast onwards at light speed, just taking everything out quickly and iterating, they'll fall in short bursts. If I make a mistake, I will just be notified of it immediately and I'll be able to correct it in my next approach. Oh, now I'm just... Taking it slow might be the way to go. I've lost such a tremendous amount of health from these few simple steps I have taken. It's not even funny. Okay, I've collected all the life essences around the level to get myself back to 100. And my doctor's bag is nearly empty. Oh, there's one more life essence, whatever. I've pretty much depleted the resources around. I have wasted all of my shotgun shots. Which seems unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, it's an option and allows you to get through these areas quickly. Now, how is that deadly? Look at this. How can this possibly be deadly? You get inside and it crushes you. Why? I mean, I know... I think I know why from a gameplay perspective, but...
I need a key.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why not? Might as well kill you. Apparently, what doesn't make you stronger kills you. Right, there's the doctor's bag. So I can pick up a full doctor's bag from around there. I already have the jump boots. And now's the time to use them. Still, I have 8 points. Yeah, let's pick up the new doctor's bag, why not? I will not be coming back at any point. Now is the time to head back, and since I have pulled both the switches, I have pulled the switches, haven't I? Left switch, right switch. Let's go all the way back to the beginning of the level, which is here. Use the jump boots, get on top of the hedge, and investigate. Let's turn running off for just the briefest of moments. I can get guns akimbo over here now, of course the new area is through there. So you are meant to use the jump boots as far as I can see. There doesn't seem to be another way to get there. Now the question is there anything else of interest on this level? Or is this it? Let's go a bit further. Is there anything noteworthy here that I can jump to? Anything at all? I don't think I can jump to the top of that tower. Hold on. Well, I'm on top of this thing. And it's an invisible wall. Of course it is, why wouldn't it? Yep. And nothing of interest here at all. Nowhere to get to. As such, the only place of note is this hedge over here. And only so far as it gives you access to guns akimbo and to everything else I will pick up there. I think there's invisibility over there. 30 shots in the shotgun, 28 from the Tommy gun. So what on earth will I wield akimbo? The flamethrower? The flare gun? Pitchforks akimbo would be pretty cool, but sadly that's not a possibility. Pitchforks akimbo! No. Alright, so I'll pick this up, head over there, pick everything up I can, and just slaughter through the cultists. And as soon as I am done... Gold key. There is another way. I've already died like this previously. I've already died like this. I have an idea. It might be a crappy idea, but it's an idea nonetheless. Listen to this. I use the skull key. Why are you running? That zombie came at me at such ludicrous speed. Is this a lift? Damn right it's a lift. Okay, so you can access this without using the jump boots. Has the volume reset or something? The music seems so loud. Either way. Oh, this is the lake. All right, listen to this. So much planning, so little action, but whatever. I think the plan is nice anyway, because I won't be coming back here anytime soon. I think I pick up Guns Akimbo and invisibility, head on over there, slaughter everything I possibly can, and after it peters out, I go all the way back and take things slow. Guns Akimbo. Carefully now. Run, run. Shooting into a wall even though I'm invisible. Yeah, great. Akimbo ran out. Invisibility's running out. Wait, what? Isn't that supposed to be the exit? It's not. Where am I? Oh, okay. This is the entrance. This is the button. It closes the door. There's a life essence here. I need to remember that. Here's the lift that takes you all the way up here. And you can jump out this way. I haven't gotten as far as I have gotten previously. So that's bad news. One more interesting thing. Jumping into such a place can be death. Because once you're below water, it's difficult to see the light, it's difficult to see where you are supposed to emerge. And you will just drown. So I guess the question is, do I jump into the ice-cold water in search of loot and power-ups and weapons and ammo, or do I just leave it be? And I think we all know the answer to that. Oh look, another emblem. Well, the previous emblem I have seen next to the opposite to the moon doll was an emblem with a simple cross. But this emblem definitely looks like a zombie of sorts. Why would you belong to a death cult? Why would you? Is this death or is it not? Give me power-ups or give me death, I guess. Piranhas, don't give them to me. You know what? Yeah, that was a squeak. Right, here's the swimming pool. Here are the lights. So we're not gonna drown in the swimming pool because it's a swimming... Oh, guns akimbo! Yes, please! Yes, please. But not now. So, if you come in here while invisible, jump into the pool, pick up guns akimbo, jump out, you can prolong the time you have with the wonderful power-up. By quite a bit. Now this goes to the cabin. Seriously, can I not read maps? I used to be able to make sense of them. What happened to me? Okay, this... Yeah, because now I don't think in terms of maps, I think in terms of places. Okay, so this is the area I have visited previously. The stuff to the right is this little vault. Here's the place with the two switches. You can see it on the screen, but I'm pointing to it. There's of course the pool. Fortunately, we have landmarks to which I can point. There's the pool, and there's some... Okay, so here's the pool, and there's a door to the right that leads someplace I have already been to. This lift leads all the way up, so you get over here, which is this pathway to the left. Right? Yes. Down this path once again, path to the pool, so nothing new. So exits from this place are the zombie doll, open for everyone, and the ramp up. Let's go up the ramp. Hate spiders, and I am willing to waste shotgun shots just to kill them. I should use my flamethrower, but switching to it is too much of a pain. I can't even remember the shortcut. It's 7, yes it is. No brains. It's so gruesome. It doesn't make as much of an impression as it originally did, but damn. It's a simple effect, but it's still... I knew he'd open the door. Cleaver bastard. Get it? Because he throws cleavers at you? No. I'm slouching in my chair. I shouldn't be slouching in my chair. I got it specifically because... Oh, I got a number of things specifically so I could have proper posture. Such vandalism, by the way. I engage in such vandalism and then... Is that a flaming pile of human skulls? Yes, it is! Such a lovely place. I mean, seriously, flaming pile of human skulls. If I walk into the file, aside from getting burnt, will I discover anything of interest? Whoa. Hello there. You're a big guy. For me. Whoa! Let me guess, this is where the zombie door leads to. It's another pool, but this seems to be closed. Oh. Yep, this is the zombie doll. I dread pushing this button. Yeah, I knew it! The pool was closed! Whatever's inside needs a bit of dynamite in its life. While I'm deaf. Alright, now I can see what's inside. Fortunately, you can't really blow up weapons in this game. And there's a doctor's bag down there as well. Hey! I'm getting showered with items. That's good news. Actually, that's bad news. This probably means that there's something horrible ahead. Okay, I have two options. I can either explore the cozy fireplace room. I'm not sure I would call that fireplace cozy, come to think of it. I can explore the human skull fireplace room further ahead. Actually, further ahead from it, not further ahead in it. I can explore the pathway over here, or I can go immediately back to the beginning of the level, use the moon key, and possibly exit. In other words, the end is nigh. Huh, I don't know what this is. So this is a secret passageway I have opened up. Let's visit that later. Oh my! Alright, cultists want some dynamite? Yeah, have some dynamite! You can't throw like that, buddy. You're missing. Yeah! But if I set you on fire, suddenly you gain the magical ability to get across that counter. You crouch under the paint. Oh, come on. Doesn't seem to be anything of interest here. What? Whoa, what the hell? What has happened to you, buddy? Who did this to you? I don't... Should I shoot him? That's one of the... What is that? Never seen that before. That's new. I mean, I pressed the shovel and it unlocked a secret passageway with a science. Well, I don't know. Is picking up and using some strange goat face in... It's not even in circles, just... Is picking up the goat-faced amulet inside of a pentagram really considered science nowadays? Because I have serious objections against that assumption. Oh, right, because I picked up the moon key, I can now access this area. And this leads exactly to the front yard. Where did that cultist come from? Either way, I should probably visit the bathhouse. The thing is, I haven't used the voodoo doll at all. I have 100 ammo for it. Maybe I should start tormenting people with the voodoo doll. What is that? What? Setting people on fire is this. Setting people on fire. No, I want to set the spider on fire. I feel daisy. I hate these goddamn spiders. Oh, hello, Spidey. Hello, you little piece of... Seriously, you'll get... I'm coming to get you, I'm coming to get you. Oh no, you're coming to get me. What? What? How? No! Not like, why? It's unbelievable how difficult it is to set spiders on fire. I might as well use the voodoo doll against them. And I've lost a bit of life. Quite a bit of life. Pick up the life essence. Now I'm 100. Die! Whoa! Huh. I'm not even sure how well you have to aim with that voodoo doll. I was aiming out of force of habit. Where does this lead? Oh, to the back of the bathhouse, obviously. Alright, I've picked up the armor. I'm glad I did not get crushed by that though, that would have upset me greatly. I've explored every path I possibly could have so far, except... invulnerability. I knew it! I knew that would be it. Okay. I have invulnerability and it's not gonna last. Yeah, let's just waste it. Why not? Seems like the right thing to do. This is the end of the level. That's it. That invulnerability was useless as hell. What's going on over there? Never mind that. There's a... At the bottom of the pool, the smaller pool, there's a doctor's bag I could pick up. Now, I have a full doctor's bag in my possession, so that's useless to me. I couldn't, you know what? No. Here's what I'm going to do, and I know how silly this sounds, and I know this might be a waste of everyone's time, but I'm curious. Well, they might be, I mean... Can't be all worshipping a dog god and all that. They have to have fun somehow, right? Okay, here's the deal. I want to walk into that fireplace. The fire does not hurt. I think there's nothing up though, as far as I can tell. Well, that's anticlimactic. I expected there to be something. Where does this path lead? I think I know. Well, it might. No? Huh. And you can't jump that high because this is the level's limit. Whoops. I glitched the bucket out for just the briefest of whiles. I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything. I figured going into the fireplace would possibly lead me to some secret, maybe life seed, and I could have regained health if it didn't with the doctor's bag, with the second doctor's bag that's present on the level, but that wasn't the case. Let's exit. Oh, let's save exit. Actually, 3 ND makes sense.
Come out, wherever you are.
This is Mission Fall, the overlooked hotel. Huh. Oh, and speaking of references, as silly as this may be, and I might have mentioned this a week ago, I have no idea at this point. When Caleb, on the very first level of the second episode, said, "We're gonna need a bigger boat," that's apparently a quote from Jaws. I might have mentioned it previously, might have not. Oh no, more hedge mazes. Ah, that's a good point indeed. Only the first meaning came to my mind, but indeed, you can overlook something as in overwatch it. It's interesting, you can overlook something, but you cannot underlook it. Wait, if you overlook something, you look at it and you underestimate it. So underlooking something would mean noticing it and immediately going, yep, yeah, that's dangerous and important as hell. Yep, definitely. Not gonna ignore that. Wait a minute, that's actually quite insightful. Underlooking is quite a common thing. People notice something and they immediately jump to the conclusion that it's extremely significant, important, true or whatever. Where in fact, when you take a closer look, pay more attention, analyze it more thoroughly, it may turn out to be absolutely unremarkable, uninteresting, untrue. Oh, this is getting complicated. Not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is absolutely banal, but the maze is getting more and more twisted and tangled. My goodness, what did they...
Yes, Johnny.
Oh! Damn right! Okay. This is something I have mentioned at the very start of the last level last week. Of course, this is a hedge maze. What does an enormous twisted hedge maze covered in snow remind you of? First movie that comes to mind that has a chase scene in a hedge maze with snow. Obviously. And this quote just cements it. Hey, it makes even more sense. Of course, it's The Shining. And yeah, the allusion to the Overlook Hotel is from a completely different place. Yeah, that's Psycho. But if this is Shining and we are heading to a hotel through the hedge maze, that's also quite interesting. I'm not a particularly big fan of pop culture references. I don't know, I prefer things that can stand on their own and don't have to... Well, I don't want to say climb on the shoulders of giants, because obviously climbing on the shoulders of giants is a good thing. It's utter and almost unforgivable hubris to claim that one can accomplish much of anything without, first of all, taking any inspiration, having any direction, or relying on any other person, but still, I like it when people at least attempt to be original and rely on their own cunning and creativity, rather than just allowing their work to be reduced to a series of allusions to more or less popular things, with the implicit rely... Whoa, that was brilliant! Why didn't I... God damn it! I'm so high right now. Well, not that high, I'm just on top of the hedge. And the funny thing is I haven't even taken any damage in the process. Fancy that. Either way, as I was saying, I prefer when people rely on their own creativity rather than service these media parasites. Art parasites, I guess I should say. Media is more ambiguous, and mostly when some say media, people immediately think of news organizations and such. But I generally mean art. I don't really like it all that much when people just rely on outside validation for the work in... validation isn't even the correct term. I'm babbling at this point. Oh, okay. So you can reach this other place, this other location that's cut off from this maze by a taller maze, through two different separate pathways. It's not that elaborate, it's not that complicated. Starting from the right, you can go here. Yeah, that reminds me of the brilliant anecdote. Am I not relying myself on such a style? If I relay an anecdote that I have heard, that I have not, that's not something I had personal experience with. It's not even something I relay as something original, but just something I have read. That's unoriginal in its own right, I guess. Is that hypocrisy? I guess balance is important in all things. And I guess I'm not that radical in my... Whoa! You can lower that. I'm not radical in my dislike of external events. Yeah, taking this guy down without fire is such a pain. But here you go. I'm not entirely against works inspired by other works and having allusions to other things, obviously. I guess what I dislike are lazy parodies. All works that only... Oh, the works were the only value... They worked right into that dynamite. Stepped back into it. The works were the only real value and the only real entertainment value you can derive from them is from the fact that they may make you giggle at the realization that they are referring to something else. Exactly. And of course it is a the term fallacy gets thrown here and there, and it has become somewhat overused nowadays. But and I don't want to close the debate because some people call it the fallacy. Just because something is a fallacy doesn't mean that the conclusion is wrong. It simply means that it doesn't necessarily follow. It can kind of follow if you take additional premises into account. That's the first thing. And secondly, it may not follow at all, but the conclusion may be true nonetheless. Just because the reasoning isn't sound doesn't mean that the conclusion is the contrary to what the person has been claiming. I get so tangled up in prefaces that I don't actually say the thing I wanted to say. What I meant to relate... By the way, these gargoyles need to come to life and I need to kill them. What I meant to say was that just because people can conclude that everything is to an extent derivative doesn't mean that you have to be completely derivative and just bask in the glory of that derivativity. It's like if a Christian said that everything is sinful and concluded that, oh, then I will do whatever the hell I want because it's gonna be somewhat bad anyway. No, it's not the right approach. It's... You might... or something more relevant, something that'll probably speak to more people in a direct fashion. By the way, you can manually activate the lift, you don't have to wait for it. Quite a few things can be bad, can be harmful, and can be dangerous in life. This doesn't mean that we shouldn't do anything because things are dangerous. But this doesn't mean that we should do all the dangerous things and that being dangerous is not a bad thing. Well, it isn't necessarily a bad thing. Some people like the excitement of doing things that are dangerous, and danger in itself, not just as an additional value, but in itself, autotelically, is quite nice to do. Also, there's so many things to say on all these subjects, so I don't want to miss anything, and I don't want to miss any of the prefaces I should probably make. I don't want to say that I value originality so overwhelmingly, because I don't. I absolutely don't. I can appreciate works that will be said to be completely unoriginal, and people have this tendency to call things, for instance, rip-offs, just blatant copies, whether they in fact are not. If they are iterative improvements, even in a slight bit, I can still appreciate that. If there are decent changes to some formula that actually improve upon it, that are not groundbreaking, don't change everything about it, but make a greater or smaller improvement, I can still appreciate it without immediately lambasting it for being a partial copy of something. For instance, Heroes of the Storm. It's a nice MOBA game. It is a MOBA game, but it puts an interesting twist on some mechanics. It is original, but it still has recognizable elements of the genre, which evidently are taken from other titles or are inspired by other titles. But overall, the sum total of it is a decent game. Damn it, I got hit so many times. Okay, I'm back to full health, now I can proceed onwards. See, the aiming in this game isn't all that amazing, and it upset me to a decent extent, because I was trying to aim at the cultists, but it was aiming at the closest target, as it does. I wanted to shoot the cultist over there on top of this ledge. Oh, this is the hotel, by the way. I wonder if this level ends as we enter the hotel, or if it might just end us in the middle of it. Auto aim aimed for the gargoyles, because they were the closest target. What? What? Gargoyle, hello? Come to life, please, so I can kill you. Fine. And when it comes to people and their stances on things, look as I slowly slide down. Basic armor. Great. I will read the chat in a moment because I... Hold on, I see... What was it? I looked at the chat and saw the preview, and on the preview I saw something on my screen. So I turned back to the game to see what it was. Last flow. Probably wasted on that zombie, but whatever. Yeah. I finally read the message. Anyway, as far as almost everything goes, I'm willing to accept and respect an opinion most of the time, as long as it's well thought out. It can be, I guess that's philosophy speaking, but as long as the opinion isn't naive, just straight up ignorant of the context and completely reliant on a single naive intuition that comes to one's mind, but isn't given too much thought. I'm out of flares, by the way, and I don't want to waste shotgun shots on zombies because that's not worth it. As long as an idea is given sufficient thought and there's a process leading to it, I'm okay with it, I guess. I don't have to agree with it, I don't have to like it, but at least I can respect the person for putting some effort into it. And not just making a discovery at one single goddamn point and then sticking to it in the destitute of his mind, just embracing the first thing that overcame him intellectually. I guess one could say that that's unoriginal. It's not putting in enough effort in a different way, in this case mentally, when it comes to thinking, when it comes to coming up with ideas, and to an extent your own beliefs. I mean, gee, what a surprise. I like people who think more than people who don't. But yeah, the first MOBA game was a mod. And obviously all the characters, well, everything was important, it's just that the mechanics were quite brilliant. And it takes an interesting mind to come up with that. To create such a balanced world that exists in equilibrium. And actually that's quite interesting from a theoretical standpoint. The world a MOBA game presents to you and the objective you are set out to accomplish.
If you're blue and you don't know it.
The world starts out in equilibrium, and it's a constant struggle between dominions. Nothing gets accomplished, and then you are there to just ruin it. To destroy this wonderful, intricate equilibrium that has been established. To upset the balance. Are these cultists or are they paintings? I think they are cultists. Whoa! What's with this gargoyle? Move! The statue bleeds! See, I want to kill that gargoyle, and I know... I know that deep down inside he's a nasty creature that wants to tear me apart. But he's just hiding all his emotions behind this tough facade of stone and uncaring. Okay, using the doctor's bag, using the doctor's bag, using the doctor's bag, getting the fuck out! I'm out of ammo for almost everything. My doctor's bag is almost empty! 0. But I still have more dynamite. Where is he? Oh, right there. No! Well, damn, that's a difficult part of the level. And yeah, that was pretty much. This can be done even with dynamite alone, but it's going to be very, very difficult. I simply need to remember that as I reach the hotel, as I get out of that stupid maze and reach the hotel, there are going to be quite a few cultists there, and there's a decent chance I will get some ammo from them, but I need to have ammo to get ammo. And as such, I need to conserve shotgun ammo, most importantly, I think. Flare guns can also be useful. I need to use dynamite on what I can, even on gargoyles if possible. Either way, I think this is enough for this VOD and for this week and for this stream. And I think it was quite a decent one. Perhaps quite enjoyable to watch and listen to. I honestly can't tell myself because I was doing it. Anyway, I'll see you next week. And you have to account for the time, you know, for the daylight savings time that occurred to you last week and that will occur in a week over here. So thanks for watching and bye.